Gale 6'1", 170 pounds. As we pick up the action, it's 3-2 UCLA on an Erickson basket, a McIntosh free throw. 2 free throws by Cassie Russell. This is Tregoning of Michigan. Michigan in the black here. UCLA wearing the home whites. Tommy of Michigan, whose job it was to guard Gail Goodrich during the evening. This is fed into Cassie Russell, and a big hook by Russell puts Michigan on top by a score of 4-3. The UCLA Bruins, little left-hander Gail Goodrich brings it up court here. That's Edgar Lacey, top of the key, McIntosh. His jump shot is good, putting the Bruins back on top 5-4. McIntosh there on the full court press. Michigan in the early stages managed to get around it. This is an outside shot by Darden, and he hits to put Michigan back on top. The Bruins pair of guards. Darden takes the outside shot as the Bruins had 2 men set defensively, and he hits it. Darden, number 55, hot in the early going. This is Gail Goodrich again in the corner. Fakes out Palmy, but he gets back in position, and the Bruins take it back on the outside. Erickson into the key to McIntosh. This is Lacey. Look at this move. Edgar puts it in. He was also fouled. Had a 3-point play possible here. Edgar Lacey with more and more finesse through the course of his sophomore season. That's bunted number 33 changing positions. This is a good shot of Edgar Lacey, number 54. The rebound on the missed free throw came out to Tregoning. Palmy in the front court. Back to Tregoning. Cassie Russell shot partially blocked there, but he got his own follow shot and put it in from the outside. Cassie Russell, number 33, puts Michigan on top 10-9. Edgar Lacey back outside to Freddie Goss. Erickson trying to make a move there, and he traveled with the ball. Michigan's Bill and Bunton, both key performers. This is Cassie Russell, and hitting again. Goodrich in the front court for UCLA. The Bruins now trailing. And a pass up the middle by Freddie Goss, broken up by Michigan. Bill Bunton there. Goss swarming over him, then clear to Palmy. And to Cassie Russell. This is Tregoning. The Bruins' inside defense was pretty well set, but the Michiganders hit well from the outside. Palmy hitting there, particularly in the early going, and the margin was 5. Michigan 14-9 over UCLA. The tempo of the ball game at this stage also belonged to Michigan. Into the key to McIntosh. This is Lacey. Beautiful move by Edgar. Gives the Bruins a bucket, and the margin is cut to 3. Now the full court press. Russell passing it into Palmy there. Immediately double teamed by Goodrich and McIntosh. Now picked up by Freddie Goss, but he gets it into the corner for a shot by Tregoning. And Tregoning hits to make it 16-11. A 5-point lead for Michigan. And a timeout called by UCLA with the score Michigan 16, UCLA 11. In honor of the As we pick up the action, the UCLA Bruins trail by 5, 18-13. A basket by Michigan, 2 free throws by Goodrich. Now the Bruins work it with Kenny Washington in the ball game in place of the injured Keith Erickson. The shot is no good, nor is the tip, and Darden controls for Michigan. Gives To Cassie Russell. And here come the big Wolverines, leading by 5. Darden on the left-hand side. Good play there. Breaking Darden loose underneath. And that puts Michigan on top by 7. This was to be their biggest lead. 20-13 for Michigan. Here's Freddie Goss playing at guard along with Gail Goodrich, with Kenny Washington now playing in a forward position. McIntosh still at center, tries to drive here. Loops one up and around, no good. Foul called. Fred Mihalik of the Big Ten, the official there. The other, Steve Hanzo from the East Coast Athletic Conference. Doug McIntosh, number 32 for UCLA. He's been the starting center all year. Doug misses this free throw. The rebound knocked out of bounds, goes to Michigan. The Bruins normally apply their full-court press, field goal, or free throw. An outside screen by Bunton for a shot that is short, grabbed by Kenny Washington. Now here come the Bruins, trailing by 7 points. Kenny Washington from 15 feet hits his first jumper, and this is the spark that ignites the Bruins. On the full-court press now, Cassie Russell double-teamed. Strauss helping on the other side. They got a high pass into the corner, and a corner shot there. However, Darden had stepped out of bounds. The pass had gotten... Goss to Kenny Washington, hitting from the corner, and the margin is cut to 3, 20-17. And suddenly, Memorial Coliseum was alive as the Bruins were coming back. Cassie Russell hounded there by McIntosh in backcourt. Palmy still hasn't worked it past the 10-second line. Russell finally gets his pass into front court. It was here the pressure of the Bruins began to tell. Slowing down the pace now. Michigan going for a set play. Cassie from the corner, closely guarded, but it still goes in. Cassie Russell, number 33 for Michigan, a great All-American candidate and only a junior. 5-point lead once again. But here's Goodrich shooting from the corner, missing, taken off the boards by Michigan. Michigan had a tremendous front line. Here's Cassie from the outside, hitting again. But that basket did not count, and a foul had been called. In offense, violation giving the Bruins the ball out of bounds. Freddie Goss working around an outside screen by Washington, hits. And the Bruins cut the margin. Now it's 22-19, down to 3 points once more. Cassie Russell's long pass in the front court. A block there by Washington and a traveling violation call. He was in position for the easy setup to walk with the ball. Now the Bruins within 3 have an opportunity to cut it to 1. Lacey's wonderful hands there recovering a bad pass and then putting the ball in to cut it to 22-21. They're going. And a turnover here as Michigan, and passing in the ball, had stepped across the end line, and Michigan calls timeout with UCLA leading 26-24. The Bruins had come from behind when down by 7, and 3 minutes and 44 seconds of playing time had taken the lead. Cassie Russell narrowed the margin to 1 with a free throw. It's 26-25 as we pick up the action here. The Bruins on top by a single point. Mike Lynn, number 35, the big sophomore from Covina, playing at center. The ball stolen from him there by Tregoning of Michigan. And the big Michigan senior and captain takes over, giving the Palmy to Russell. Overhead, here's Bill Bunton leaping up. It rolled across the top, and the Bruins got the rebound. Lacey to Goodrich on the fast break. Shoots from the outside, around, and an amazing touch by Goodrich. He's had that all year, putting the Bruins on top by 3. Around the press, Michigan working hard. Cassie Russell still double-teamed by Lacey and Lynn here. Palmy in front court. This is Tregoning, number 35, Palmy 44. An outside cast there that is good by Cassie Russell. This was some of the best action of the tournament as the teams traded bucket for bucket for a few moments. Their Bruin pass knocked out of bounds off Lacey's hands, and it's Michigan's ball. Michigan with an opportunity at this stage to take the lead. Dave Strack there in the Michigan bench. An outside cast by Palmy. This is no good. Marvelous rebounding there by Kenny Washington. Kenny up court for a pet jumper and hits again. He was to miss only two, and one of those two was an attempted tip-in. Set into Palmy, but he's picked up immediately by Goodrich. Getting Violin and up court now. Michigan in front court. Dragoni does not take the shot as Lacey had him covered. The Bruins' defense was one of the telling factors of this ball game. Dragoni's outside shot is good. Michigan remains within striking distance. It's close at this point. 30-29, UCLA by a single point. Lacey in the corner, casts off, and hits. Goodrich immediately there, as you note, on that full-court zone press. After Lynn pressing on the end line. Now in the front court, the Michiganders work it up to Dragoni. He misses, and Lacey gets up to take the rebound. And a turnover here, giving the ball to Michigan. This is Cassie Russell, as Michigan setting up the play. Jim Myers, number 54, is in. That is Big Bill Bunton, a real star for Michigan, a fine center, putting it in, and it's still a point margin for UCLA. Still on top, and they were never again to be headed, 32-31. This is Lacey breaking by Jim Myers, but a foul called here on Jim Myers, number 54. The Bruins, who were not a particularly good free throw shooting team during the course of the season, were in this game. Put it away, and the margin was again 2. Russell covered by Goodrich here. His long pass to Jim Myers gets the Wolverines into front court. This is Myers casting off. He doesn't get it, and Goodrich finally gets the rebound. That one went over the top, and this, of course, out of bounds after coming off the rim. Tommy getting by Goodrich that time. Jim Myers in the left-hand side front court. Tommy directing traffic. Russell coming into the key there. Here's Cassie on the outside now. Passes off, but it's deflected by Mike Lynn into the hands of Freddie Goss. The Bruins preserving their narrow margin. Edgar Lacey feeding a double screen there, set for Freddie Goss, and he hits the jumper that puts the Bruins on top by 4. The Bruins press definitely affected Michigan, particularly at this point. As he here feeds Bunton. Bunton puts it up there to make it 35-33, and the Bruin lead was just 2 points. End of the half. The Bruins were to really go out in front. Mike Lynn playing the high post there. Bounce pass to Goodrich. And it goes in to make it UCLA 37, Michigan 33. Pass deflected there, intercepted by the Bruins. Goodrich driving. Shot blocked.
They were pretty much what we thought they were. They were real strong on the boards, a lot of bulk in there. And they were pretty much the same ball club we thought they'd be. We fought hard. We really did. We had to stick in there the whole game. And I think the rebounds was another cold tale because we fought them even on the. We just ran them out of the gym.